Welcome, guys, and this is the Glory of Hercules 2. The people of Greece have been suffering. Is the throne in danger? Consult the scrolls for prophecies. Look at Nana, something's happening. Tell me what it is. It's about Zeus. Zeus, always Zeus. So, as mentioned before, I got interrupted by the beginning. This is actually the following of the Hercules, or the Glory Hercules, for the Nintendo system. This is actually remnants to Dragon Quest 2 and a little hint of Dragon Quest 3, or Dragon Warrior 3 for that matter. So, of course, I'm putting this at fast speed because this game is slow as hell. Well, not anymore anyway. So basically, this is your grandmother. This letter from the Queen. I wonder how many men have died by now. I'll put this up in his room. Apparently she has nowhere to live. Only he got a bedroom, but she's not. She stays there in the seat. So that's me or you, and that's the girl. Basically starts in your hometown, Nana, and you can get equipment and such that. You get about 100 gold to start with. So what I'm going to do now basically is just talk some people, get my feelings with controllers, and get the feeling of the town. So this is actually where you pray and save and all that. So this game is actually much refreshing than the first game that I played. There is no mention about the first game. For starters, you're not Hercules, but you can get Hercules later on as a character to join your party. So you can get up to 4. And you get 3 characters. You'll get a centaur and a statue. No, I'm not kidding about that. But anyway, this particular character is pretty much the big round. He's actually your power character. He does learn magic for once in a Hercules game, whereas Hercules does not learn any magic. As you remember by the first game, he uses items which eats up hit points. So here, you get to meet the girl. And no, the girl will not be in your party. She comes pretty important later on, for the plot anyway. So I'm gonna call her Valley. I think so, I have to remember that. So she's been here for quite a while. You don't know her name. Yeah, she's definitely a looker. So unlike the other game that I talk, I only talk when it's actually needed to talk. And this game actually has some good fighting sequences, and it actually has some good music. But there's actually some instances where you have to level. There's a lot of levels in this game, a lot of equipment to get, and a lot of items to get. So I'm going to stop now, and I will continue when there's actually need to talk. So enjoy the video. Alright, so welcome to the start of the game here. So I bought some equipment as you see at the beginning. Only have like 100 pieces, but you do get a lot of money. So there's the first enemy, and here's the combat system. Since Thor, my character, is a fighter and doesn't have really much magic as of yet, he's going to kill them with the flail. And these particular enemies are quite weak for at least one attack. So I should probably mention a few things about this game, especially the combat. Yeah, so this is actually quite important. So those green things, the slugs, they can actually poison, but with very small degree. I actually don't have any anti-poison as of yet. I should mention, very important about this. This game, at least the fight concerned, is, let's just say, the next level there, it dodges a lot. And what I mean by that, your character dodges, the enemy dodges, and the whole concept is that the higher your level and the greater equipment, the more that you dodge. And you actually dodge spells, so yeah, there's a plus thing to that too. And you can see there, when I get up a level, my attack power went up quite a bit, about 4 or 5, as indicated by killing that little tree guy there. What I should say, I won't get the second guy, the statue, but the centaur for quite a while. This is just pretty much getting used to the combat system here, so I got hurt by 1. As you probably know, is that my hometown on Nether has better equipment than Athens, so I'm not sure what makes sense there. So if I need to get better equipment, I have to go back to the ferry, and once I get enough money to buy better equipment. But you don't really need to. I think that one of the towns has a dagger I can buy, but I probably won't get that for a while, so a flail is not better than a dagger. So, but since this is Greece, I guess it makes sort of sense. And also a few things too as well. I'll be getting a ship later on, and you can only park at either towns that have ports such as this, or you can actually go to certain lands in the corners where the sand seems to drop or change color. You can actually disembark there. Another thing too as well, as I mentioned at the beginning, reference to Dragon Warrior / Quest 3, this has a day and night system. This is actually quite good for this game because the day-night goes awfully quick. I mean, very quick. You can get item and spell that actually transfer from day and night and night to day, but it's really not necessary. A few things for plot, but other than that, it's really not necessary. But if you need to upgrade or buy items, majority of the places in the world here of Glory of Heracles, you have to get them at daytime. But there's a few places you can get them at nighttime. Plus, there's a place that you can get, and I read, you actually get them all 3 at once, from one guy, but that's not till later. And I went up another level. Nothing too concerned too as well. This game, levels are big, which means that if you cannot defeat an enemy by one level, just gain another one too, and you can defeat them no problem. So you can see as well, I am not missing them because they're really bad defense, and if you can't hit them by physical attacks, hit them with a spell. But this particular character does not have any attack spells. So I believe the first spell I'll probably be getting is a healing, which is vital, and the second will be a warp spell. So I don't have to buy any winged items to go from town to town, which will come pretty important later. now basically I need some levels. I need to be, I think, 5 or 6 to go to the northern part of this particular land to advance the plot. Scorpions does hit hard, and the hideout bot does help. So I'm going to try doing now basically is get the best equipment and then head north, because there's be a boss coming up later on. We'll just see anyway. So if you're playing this game as well, as I mentioned before, levels are important. So the scorpions, thank God, do not poison me, but there will be some enemies, I believe, above that will poison me much darer than the slugs that you saw earlier. So I'm going to do now basically, I'm just going to stop the video and continue where we left off. So this is Wait 94, and I'll see you next time while I rest my sorry case.